where it's like I just don't really know like what I'm doing wrong.
Hmm.
Like I don't know.
Yeah, that's okay. That's why I'm here. I can help you out.
Yeah.
With the previous stuff, we kind of went over taking angles and trying to maintain those angles on Kiri. How that went? So you.
Um.
Mhm.
So like taking the angles and stuff, I don't think is really the problem. Like I can take the angles and set up for the like core engage a little easier, kind of like act as a distraction, and swift step when I need to, use Suzu when I need to,
Mhm.
just to help maintain the angles. But I think I'm just not like much of a threat. I feel like I'm not hitting my kunais as much as I should be. So I've been trying to kind of aim train enough, but I
Mhm.
also don't feel like that should be like an excuse for me either. Like yes, it's important to hit kunais, but I think that's not like necessarily as important
Mhm.
as other things, and I'm not really sure what to
Mhm.
focus on.
Mhm. 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 So why do you think it's difficult to hit the kunais though? Is it just mechanical problem or maybe a timing problem? Yeah,
I
what
I
is that?
th- I think it's just a mechanical problem, and I don't think I normally have that issue. I think it's just an off day, but that because it's just I don't know. I don't feel like I usually struggle to hit my kunais. It's just today I felt like every game I got in had like a Hanzo that didn't miss, an
Mhm.
Ashe that didn't miss, a
Right.
Genji that they didn't miss, like a Genji that could kill me before I could like throw a single kunai even. Like it was very frustrating.
Right, right. That definitely happens. Sometimes when you have that off day, that happens, you can hit last shots, that's totally fine. Okay, is there anything else you think you need to work on? Well, you kind of mentioned you don't know, but yeah, maybe anything else, just
Um,
maybe from
ultimate.
what we said before, the Suzu, I think we kind of paid attention to keeping an eye on active member, yeah, using the Suzu at the right
Mhm.
time. How that went?
Yeah. So, playing with this team, they've helped me out a little bit with that. They kind of gave me some tips on like when you need to Suzu early, when you need to just kind of wait and then use it.
Right.
So I think I'm doing a little better with that. I don't think I'm as proactively thinking about it, and maybe that's a problem, but I'm not sure if it's just because I'm on autopilot or maybe I just don't see the need for it a lot of times, but um I think one thing that has been a little more proactive on my mind is like when I have ultimate, I'm just really not sure like do we invest ultimate in this fight, or like do I need to invest ultimate in this fight? And if so, like where do I put this, like where am I supposed to be using ultimate? Like I think that's something that has also kind of been a struggle for me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, I think we can go with that then. How you using angles so far? Just hitting shots, ultimate usage, and it's just for Kyria, right? We just want to go over Kyria today.
Yeah, that's probably fine. I feel like my Moira is not as much of a struggle. I just like I don't feel like the character is definitely not a mechanical struggle. I don't think that's an issue. It's just really all about timing with Moira, which I think is just as long as I have communication, I
Mm-hmm.
don't think I struggle
Mm-hmm.
with that.
Okay, okay, that's understandable. What do you think you do much better currently, out of all those concepts which you mentioned with you before?
For Kiriko specifically,
Yeah, I guess so, because we've been working on
um,
Kiriko. Mm-hmm.
I think I do fine like taking the right angles, I guess, or like proactively thinking about what angles I can take to maybe shut down their DPS's off angles, or just to like help the core take space or help the tank take space. I think like I do those things
Mm-hmm.
okay. I think it's probably just maintaining that I'm struggling.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, let's go with that then. Mm-hmm. Just maintaining, using angles, this sort of stuff. Ultimate
Yeah.
usage is well, maybe a proactive Suzu. Well, if it's difficult to
Hmm.
track, mainly it's just based on understanding the enemy's abilities, what they have to track, and ultimates as well. I think it's a good start. But yeah, let's see. Okay, you send me the code.
I
They're
did DM them to you earlier.
yes, you see it. Uh-huh. Okay, let's go over this first one then. Okay, I'm screen sharing. Let me know if it's working correctly. Uh, yeah, if they're
Yeah,
gonna be, it's working good.
it looks that way. Yeah.
Okay.
And maybe I'm wrong and I am taking the wrong angles and that's the problem. So I don't know. Like, I'm hoping that you can give me better insight.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Let's see. This map here, you have a lot of verticality. Definitely, you can take advantage of that as Kiri because you can wall climb anywhere. Let's see how you do it here. It's just normal comp game, right?
Yeah, this is just a regular comp game. I have some other codes. We didn't play much yesterday because we had 2 forfeits, and then we had like one game that we actually played and we kind of just got like shit on. So I
Okay.
don't know if it's
Okay.
good to VOD something like that.
That's fine. Since we have multiple sessions, we can do multiple sessions. Potentially, you
Yeah.
can send me screen votes later as well.
Okay.
It's just
Okay.
something what we can discuss just behind the strategy, depending on the composition. What do you do exactly with those compositions, maybe versus theirs?
Yeah.
With scrims, it's
It's
slightly different.
Yeah, I would say yeah, it's like kind of a different game with scrims because I feel like in comp it's a lot more solo oriented. In
Yeah.
scrims it's more like you've got the team dynamic a lot stronger. But
Yeah, exactly. But I understand because you play in Scrim, so let's try to get something out of this game
Mhm.
which you can use in scrims as well, I think. So
Yeah,
yeah, let's do
yeah,
it.
I think I've got a lot of work to do just on my individual portion than
Mm-hmm.
the team portion. So
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. So starting out. By the way, these tips which you mentioned before about when you need to heal versus doing damage, how that went. Did you try to implement it as well?
Yeah, and I think I've been doing a lot better with that actually. The tips actually really helped a lot. And I'd start to catch myself just healing randomly for no reason as well, and not actively looking for damage.
Mm-hmm.
So I've definitely started actively looking for damage a lot more.
Right, right. So, what again are the main triggers for you to go to do healing?
Just if someone is active and if I'm trying to remember now. Oh my goodness.
That's okay.
Um,
For example, we see this situation here.
critical. That's right.
Critical, yeah.
Active and critical.
Yeah,
Yes.
this mostly I think is a big helper. Of course, you can anticipate some of the stuff as well. Like maybe when you need to keep your tank's armor up, or maybe you expect a lot of bursts happening because of the situation you're in. Maybe you see
Yeah.
the enemies, they can do quite a lot of bursts because maybe they have these good angles. As an example, you can maybe start healing a little bit more, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely at the start of the fight. You kind of see you start doing damage here. The Genji, he is kind of active and critical at the same time, so we can start healing him, and then yeah, eventually, well, he dies, but I don't think you can do much there. You wall
Don't
climb,
know why he dashed in.
right? Yeah, you wall climb, try to fight this angle here. You Suzu TP back. Okay, that's fine. We're looking to take better map control at this point, right?
Yeah, and this is what I mean. I felt so unlucky here, just taking that headshot for like. And he even watched the kill cam back. He had vision up, his vision arrow was up, so he saw me coming to the corner. But like the vision went away before I even came around the corner, and he just landed a headshot anyway. And
Right.
I don't know, it just felt unlucky.
Well, it's sort of, obviously, versus the one-shot characters. A lot of times it can be unlucky. However, there's certain patterns I can already see, which can help you to prevent this from happening just consistently. Whenever you play against high burst, okay? Now, let's say you play against this Hanzo there, you play even against the Ash, to be honest, with the big pocket. If you know, there's a mercy pocket, for example, you might expect this headshot where you die right away. Okay, so let's say you defeat to Winston here. Right now, when you're about to fight, this doorway here, it seems
Hmm.
like. Okay, so when you play against one-shot characters, what do you think your position should be, ideally? So
Well,
you
okay,
have an advantage versus them.
I mean, if I'm being totally fair to myself here, I had zero clue that the Hanzo was actually around that door.
Mhm.
I wouldn't have walked down that door if I'd known he was there.
Mhm.
I would have just stayed where I'm at there and just healed the Winston since he's about to take a bunch of damage
Mhm.
or thrown kunais at the BAP.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, the reason I walked in that room was try to get like more of a straightforward angle on the BAP. That's kind of what my target focus was going to be
Yeah,
here.
yeah. That's totally fine. That's totally fine, right? You can shoot the
Yeah.
BAP. It's just something to anticipate. Yeah, when they have a one-shot character, okay, this is one. Maybe there's Ash, there's a Hanzo. They can potentially do a lot of damage to you. You want to understand: do they know if you're gonna be at this position? If they know, then what you answer to that? Yeah, first of all, let's answer this. When you're gonna TP, just like that, okay? Is that something what Hanzo might know? Like, is that something what Hanzo might expect you to be at? Yeah, is he gonna expect you to be at this position at this point? If you TP here to the Winston? Look,
I mean, if he sees the TP, of
yeah,
course.
okay.
Yeah.
So he saw the TP, yeah, most likely because of the angle, right? Because of the
Okay. Yeah.
position he is in, yeah. So this is something you're trying to kind of anticipate. You answering the questions of, is this guy knows where am I? If yes, then what your answer is gonna be to that, okay? But here
Okay.
100% he knew because first of all you TP'd out in the open, kind of in a way you TP'd,
Yeah.
well, you kind of jumped and there's like an effect, I think. Yeah, like here there's an effect, small
Yeah.
effect, and then
And he'd
you
hear
not
it.
behind the corner. Yeah. So I think for the Hanzo is just easier to see, and also when you TPing you're not exactly ending up behind the corner as well, so you kind of out in the
Yeah.
open. So what your answer to that then? Yeah, if the Hanzo knows where you're gonna be, what you should be doing with your position.
Well, yeah. I mean, if I'm aware that Hanzo probably is going to know where I'm at, then I'm just not going to peek him.
Okay, so how do you play this? Do you just stay behind the wall?
Um, yeah, I would probably just stay behind this wall here, and he'd be forced to either turn and look at the monkey, or he can walk up and try to challenge like where I'm at. But then he's coming to me. It's a little riskier for him than me just walking around a corner he's already aiming down.
Right, right. What angle you trying to take at this point? What angle you fighting for?
Um, I high ground. Like we're trying to clear high ground.
Yeah, you're trying to clear high ground. Okay, so this is a big thing. Yeah, you I think need to somehow just have a bigger advantage versus the Hanzo here, so be able to clear him out. Yeah, it's not that you avoid fighting him. Yeah, you can do it forever. You just want to push him out.
Hmm.
It's just about the quality, how you do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
let's
I
start.
also I also don't have cooldowns to really maintain the angle here
Right.
because I use them to get out.
Right, right. So it might be kind of combination of things. You see, if you're trying to maintain control of this position, so first of all, kind of fighting for this, you need your cooldowns. Sure, you can wait, but it's also about your position. If their resources can shut down you, if the Hanzo can one-shot you, usually the thing you do with any character is just you change your angle slightly, but you still can fight them. It's just you can't hard commit because you don't have as many defensive resources. So for
Yeah.
example here, you know you're fighting this sort of yellow area versus him. By the way, you guys playing dive composition, so
Hmm.
it means you ideally have to control multiple angles of attack as well, but
Yeah.
this is another part. Okay, but let's say
I
here.
mean, it's like so I'm sorry. I like all this just it feels really hypothetical to me
Mhm.
anyways because like I said, I had zero idea that the Hanzo was even there. I didn't even know they had a Hanzo. Like I hadn't checked that. And maybe that's something I should be more proactive at checking.
Okay,
But
okay,
but
okay.
like but
Uh-huh.
like that's why I just walk in that room. I wouldn't walk in that room if I knew Hanzo was there. I just had no idea he was
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
Because even if you watch my perspective, when I start taking damage, like I
Uh-huh.
see Bap and Orisa, I
Uh-huh.
look and see my tank is over there, and I Suzu and I TP'd him. I see no one else,
Yeah,
so I have no
yeah,
idea where anyone
yeah,
else on the map is.
yeah. I think this makes total sense. Checking, yeah. So checking the information before, this is something you do. But I also would say you can walk in this room. It's just about how you do that. You just walked
Hmm.
in a bad way. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. You want to
Yeah.
challenge the angles. It's just about the quality. You walked in this room in the wrong way. Okay, so if our
Yeah.
idea to try to change an angle of attack a little bit, yeah, like the Hanzo knows potentially where you are, okay, so that means
Hmm.
he can put the crosshair right to that place. Okay, let's say you still want to fight this room, how you would approach this then?
I
Like potentially, let's say you know the Hanzo is there, yeah, let's say you've solved
I
this
mean,
kind of problem. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I mean, if I wanted to walk in that room regardless, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, there's two things I could do. I could wall climb and come around the other side
Mm-hmm.
if I wanted to do, if I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to be sneaky about it. But if I just wanted to
Exactly.
face check him, I would probably just crouch in, like crouch strafe
Mm-hmm.
in,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
or like
Exactly.
jiggle peek and bait and arrow, and then he has to charge one, so then I can and
Exactly.
then approach it. But yeah,
Exactly.
I would have been a lot smart. Like I have the concepts. I know how to approach that if I know he's there. I just didn't know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's just for me, it's important to understand. Yeah, like what do you do in this situation if you know? If you don't know, yeah, you can also solve this as
Yeah,
well, kind of anticipating, pressing tab, all of that. Ideally, 15 seconds in, you check. You
yeah,
can also ask yourself those big burst threats where they are, where the position. Yeah. So one of the solutions maybe
yeah.
a wall climb here, change an angle slightly, go there, maybe go here as well to the left and try
Yeah,
to challenge.
yeah,
Yeah.
like wall climb.
Mm-hmm.
I think wall climb and go over to the bridge. Like, yeah, I'm kind of an LOS, but like the tank is kind of face checking them. So there's no way the Hanzo sees me if I just go
Mm-hmm.
around left side on the bridge. But yeah, yeah, I just that's why I'm at. Why I just felt like really unlucky. Like I just had no idea he was there, and I walked
Yeah,
into an
right.
arrow.
I think bigger definitely is what you're saying. Knowing how to anticipate all of this, how to scout for information in your case.
Hmm.
Because if you know, then you probably would approach this in a better way. Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
two parts. Mm-hmm.
it was just really heat of the moment because like I was trying to support the Winston on a dive. He jumps away.
Mm-hmm.
I almost kill Ash, so I'm chasing Ash,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, oops, the tank and support are also in
Mm-hmm.
this room. So then
Mm-hmm.
I just had to get out really fast.
Mm-hmm. So maybe let's discuss this actually. So how do you scout information? So to make it easy, yeah, when can you scout information? So it makes it easy for you to make all
Hmm.
these decisions. What do you think?
I think right here I'm just kind of waiting for the Winston to dive somebody because I trust that the Winston's gonna pick the correct target to dive. So I
Mm-hmm.
just want to support his dive as much as possible. Now we lose Genji early on here, so I know he's not gonna be
Mm-hmm.
supporting the dive. So really, we probably should just wait because that would have been the best thing. But I see him jumping back here, so my thoughts is I don't really want to TP into him because I'm not going to be able to maintain that. So if I can take the high ground back here and kind of either distract their back line, or if I can maybe get a pick and kind of support him over there, he can either stay there longer or he'll have somewhere to jump back to and actually get like heals and stuff like that if he needs to disengage.
All of that makes sense. All of that makes sense. I just let's kind of maybe maintain this topic. Uh, remember the questions, the three questions that we've been answering all the time. Yeah, like it's in the
Okay.
scrims, it's what, when, and where. Yeah. So the question
Yes.
is to prevent those kind of plays, yeah, to make sure you staying alive regardless. You can keep supporting the Winston and all of that.
Okay.
The question is first, what your attention should be on, and maybe let's do when you get this information as well. So it's just about the scouting here. So
Okay.
what do you think? What your attention should be on so you'll not get one shot like that anymore?
I mean, just pressing just watching pressing tab and knowing who they have for one, but I could also be paying attention to like projectiles and abilities that might
Mm-hmm.
be firing off, and
Mm-hmm.
that can also give me that
Mm-hmm.
information.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sort of, kind of. Okay, tab can be helpful. Yeah.
Where the damage is coming from
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
yeah. So it's kind of visuals as well. Uh-huh. And then when you're pressing tab specifically, what you're searching for when you're doing that?
Um, like what characters there are, and that can give me an idea of where they probably are set up because just not understanding what their team comp is, I'll know what angles they're gonna want to hold.
Uh-huh. Sure.
especially by where their tank is standing, because
Mm-hmm.
that's where most people
Mm-hmm.
position off of. And
Mm-hmm.
if I see the tank already, I should know where everyone else
Mm-hmm.
is,
Mm-hmm.
or at
Maybe
least have
let's
an idea.
maybe let's say kind of this way. I think like always starting this, you checking threats, but then you kind of check those two questions, where threats are. So it's like their, let's do this, their position. Okay, this is
Hmm.
for one, and second, you can check their cooldowns. Usually, you're just checking whoever can do
Oh.
the big burst as well.
Yeah,
Mhm,
that's it just hit me too. Like I should be immediately trying to figure out what their win condition is and
mhm,
like what I can stop with Suzu basically.
mhm,
Like that
mhm.
should be the first things I should be thinking
Mm-hmm.
about.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's just good to break down all of this. You see, like the win condition is always big word, and there are a lot of things. But to start with, you have to figure out the win condition. Yeah, what
Yeah.
if I press tab and just actively know? Like every game, you're gonna be knowing at least two threats, where their position, and their cooldowns availability and their primary fire. Yeah, what they do
Hmm.
with this big burst, as I mentioned, is always big thing you have to scout. And
Yeah.
obviously, just looking at the visuals, this is a big helper as well. Like I mentioned, just projectiles. But when you scout, this is like really important because I think we even in scrims before it was kind of struggle. Yeah, I was saying like you have to
Yeah.
do this and this, but there's a lot of stuff you have to track. Yeah, so you want to kind of maybe
Yeah.
specify when
I
it's
mean
good to do the scouting.
the biggest thing, like if I had looked at this like before, like if I'd scouted this, I probably would be immediately thinking, okay, so we need to watch out for Orisa because she has a lot of tools to separate out people and dives and solo them out, and then they have a lot of burst damage, so we just have to really watch angles that we're trying to take.
No, no, no,
That'd be
no.
like the two things.
I'm asking when for you related to where you are in a game. When is the best
Hmm.
time? Maybe
Between
you're not paying
fights.
attention to the enemy characters. Yeah, so we mentioned between the fights. Yeah, that's when you do it.
Hmm.
Okay, okay. For you, I would go one more in depth. To be honest, between the fights, what you're saying is you scouting downtime. Ideally,
Yeah.
you can find multiple moments of downtime, and it's not necessarily only between the fights. Are there any other
Okay.
moments when you have downtime potentially?
Okay.
So, what do you think? What might be the moments when you have the downtime then, besides before the
When I
fight?
don't have cooldowns.
Don't have cooldowns. Okay. What else? When you're behind this wall like
Um,
this, is it downtime?
yeah, I don't really see anyone on my screen, so.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it's one behind. Let's do like behind the wall. Okay, before the fight is also pretty straightforward. You can do it anytime. Sure. Like for example, when you're just coming out of the spawn. Yeah. But even here, this
Mhm.
is the time when it's not really exactly before the fight. You 15 seconds in, right? You have this downtime, so you can press check tab because nothing's really happening like that much at least. Yeah. Of course,
Mhm.
Winston's about to dive in and everything, but you have it kind of maybe this point of time like just few seconds before, yeah, like this, after the Genji died, this is your downtime basically. You can use it to your advantage. This is when you actively scout. Maybe you will notice, when you're trying to scout, you don't have to shoot all the time because it might be tough for you to do both things. Maybe you notice you just scouting information and then doing things. It's okay. Later, you'll be able to do both automatically. Sort of do damage, heal at the same time, and scout. Just get comfortable with one thing at the start.
Mhm.
Be comfortable
Okay.
with actively scouting in this points of downtime, I guess. Before the fight, behind the wall. What else we mentioned? So just what is the downtime? Oh, when you don't have cooldowns.
Mhm.
Out of
So
cooldowns.
yeah, so like if I don't have cooldowns, I can't maintain an angle, so I shouldn't
Mm-hmm.
really be thinking about taking it. So I could instead be thinking of, like scouting and thinking
Mm-hmm.
about what I can do once I get the cooldowns.
Yeah, exactly. At the highest level, later, what people are doing as well, they're scouting between their shots, and it doesn't matter if it's healing or your normal shots, you still can do that. Sort of, if I heal this a little bit, I have the downtime between the second Afuda, yeah, like the second Afudas.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
even when you wall climbing, again, this is a point of downtime as well. Yeah, like here as well, good players, they do a little bit of scouting with their peripheral vision. They're checking, okay, I'm shooting this Ash, but they're checking what's happening to the right. This is the highest level to aim for, ideally.
Okay.
And this is what you can do more, I think, to just prevent this. It's important, I think, for every fight, implementing these habits and making it easy for you to decide where to position, when to position. Okay, so now it's obvious. You know the Hanzo. Okay, where he is. Let's see, what do you do? So you're taking this. Okay, you go back up to the high ground, Suzu this. They were critical, but then you're fighting this angle here. Okay, you're shooting this Mercy. Well, what do you think about this? What was the plan?
I think I was lost. I don't think I had a plan. I think I was just lost. I think I was trying to look for an angle to take, but this is so much of an open area, and I can't really swift step into where they're at and commit to that. Because I know their Ashe has got like a long sight line, and I'm thinking I want to go on top of the Ashe and contest the Ashe. But I see that it looks like they're just losing that fight, so I think I'm just stuck in limbo between should I support them or should I dive this Ashe, and I don't think I'm able to make a decision in time, and I think it just ends up being too late.
Let's kind of look at maybe a positional perspective, because this is what scouting is for as well. Yeah, you checking position and everything of the threats, like you mentioned, but you can also check what your team is doing. You can even do it before the fight, obviously. Just ask yourself, what is your win condition, sort of, okay? So the two things for you to scout and to anticipate, just asking those basic questions. You want to look at your range, and you want to look at how you set up angles as a team. So whenever you look at your composition and the enemy, you just compare those two compositions. You want to always simplify it, because you don't have time to in a game to say all those smart words like in the 40 view. You just want to really simplify, okay? So here, when you play versus this composition, at what range you guys should be playing ultimately?
Well, I mean, we're diving and we're gonna be pretty close range, so
yeah. So we need them at short range. Okay.
Yeah.
How do you take angles? Do you lean towards the stacked approach, kind of, or you want to be a little bit more split, take multiple angles?
Probably split.
Yeah, I would say so too. Yeah, probably to make it the dive easy, especially against some sort of AoE. Whenever they have Ashe, for example, definitely don't want to be stacked. Or maybe even Storm Arrow to some point can be dangerous. BAP healing, well, it's not really affecting you, it's just for them, but yeah, it's just there's a lot of stuff which can affect you if you stack together, so I think you can definitely lean towards the split approach, okay? It's just something for you to keep in mind. When you know that, it makes it easier for you to support, kind of enable your win condition, okay? So let's just watch this. I'm just gonna rewind a little bit before. Okay. So this is the monkey diving, this is the Genji as well. Yeah, they don't have, I think the monkey don't have bubble for some reason, right? Well, it kind of did. Okay, 5 seconds in, right? So he used it, but he used it here. Okay, so he used it here. Let's put it this way. What are the big abilities you're playing around to enable this win condition? Yeah, like what
from our team or from their team?
From your team.
I mean, Winston Bubble would probably be a big one, because he needs to be able to survive, and if he can't get value, then he needs to be able to disengage.
Right.
So Swift Strike Bubble.
Yes.
Because if we have Genji diving with Monkey as Swift Strike, he can confirm kills and chain.
Yeah, exactly. See, this is the kind of the ideal scenario you want to support. When the dive is happening, you not necessarily only have to walk in because you have mobility, you can TP in, survive, stay in a bubble. You're not gonna be worried about Ash's range. You still take the short range fight versus the enemy team
Okay.
composition, but you're specifically looking at what I'm enabling on my team. Yeah, when our win condition is happening. The bubble is just
Yeah.
like a trigger for you, yeah? The bubble is in,
Mhm.
you want to be in as well, but here you've been somewhere here, so now you're not TPing in, the Hanzo walks away, half HP, because you didn't you didn't get to headshot him or just like body shot him.
Mhm.
Yeah, you TP later eventually, but this is not as synchronized, which is really important.
Yeah.
Important is dive composition. You're kind of anticipating what my win
I think it.
condition is. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is like basically what we were just talking about. Is just the lack of scouting. Because like I come in here and like even watching back, I have no idea what I was thinking. Like I honestly had no plan.
That's
I had no
okay.
idea where to go, where to stand, who to focus. I didn't know where anyone was. And it's just 'cause I'm not scouting.
Yeah, that's okay. It's just we're kind of breaking it down on two parts. Yeah, like the one part is enemy threats. Yeah, you can scout for that. And the second part is just your comp. Yeah, let's put it kind of this way. You enable your win condition. You understand based on the range, based on angles. How do you guys win? Yeah, what do you support? You can even do this before the game starts. Yeah, just anticipating with what angles I'm gonna be playing more. Yeah, your win
Mhm.
condition, you can name it like once you know there's two variables. Okay, we take short angles and we kind of play split. Yeah, ultimately we're enabling what dive win condition. Yeah, we're enabling the dive. So whenever the dive is happening, when usually my Winston or Genji they go in actively on somebody, there is something I should be enabling more. If I'm not there, this is a big mistake usually. Yeah, when the Winston does this, if he is looking for the kill, especially in this case, if you're not there, this is a big problem. Yeah, you want to enable this. See this Hansa's HP. Yeah. So
Mhm.
this is how you can think about it. Yeah. Okay, let's continue. Just kind of okay, we're climbing up there. Do you have any questions maybe so far about all of
No,
that?
I'm mostly just like face palming because I'm
That's
playing
okay.
really stupid.
No, but this is fine. Like the mistakes, you want to make the mistakes. It's like
Yeah,
good.
well, it's just, but these are, it's just that I'm making, like, I'm just doing really stupid mistakes that I should know better, and it's really frustrating. And it's, what the most frustrating thing is, I don't know why I'm not seeing that I'm doing this. So I think
Mhm.
it's just, I just don't have good habits right now, I think I just need to focus on, I need to find something to
Yeah,
focus on to
yeah.
build good habits.
Focus on scout. I think definitely scouting. It influences all the steps we mentioned before. Yeah, we kind of been mentioning. You take the position, you control the position, you use the position. But before
Hmm.
that, you have to do scouting. We didn't go over the
Yeah,
scouting, but you can try to do that more. It's okay. You've been implementing a lot of time fighting the angles. I definitely see you trying to fight for the good angles. You're doing that. It's just the lack of information is not allowing you to do it at the right time. It seems like
yeah,
mostly
yeah,
it's not the position you struggle with. I don't think you taking the right spots there. It's you fighting for this window. You've been wall climbing as well, challenging the people up there. So it's gone better for sure. The taking off angles,
yeah,
yeah, the taking maybe even maintaining those. You're not giving up those right away. Just the timing.
yeah.
That was scouting can help you out. Yeah, here it's obvious. Wing condition is just. I don't think you can enable this dive there as much, but it's probably like this dive
It
wouldn't
is,
wouldn't be happening if you would enable this bubble right there. You probably killed the Hanzo,
yeah,
and then you
yeah, and then we
would have won.
won.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You just kind of the always looking
yeah,
at this kind of engages around the bubble, mostly from your monkey. It's fine. Okay, your monkey walks up. So this is exactly what you're looking for. Yeah, if they dive in like this, how can I enable this? This is better. You see it? Eh? You walk up, enable the monkey. Maybe you can headshot somebody as well. And while you're playing in a bubble, even though you TP it, you get your TP back. That's really important most of the time.
yeah,
When you're
yeah,
looking to dive something what especially provides big threat. Yeah, let's put it this way. You identify the threats on the enemy team, so you wanted to shut down those. So when dive is happening towards those threats, like Ash, Hanzo, or any
yeah,
other like Mercy supporting those, or maybe Bab sometimes, this is fine. You can enable this. Yeah,
Yeah.
here going with the monkey. Not sure why he primals, but sure.
Yeah. They called to dive Ash there, which is why Monkey went on Ash.
Mhm.
So I just went in with him because I knew that's where he was going.
Yeah, exactly. It just seems like getting this additional info can be big helper. Okay, you got the angle right away. Supporting the Genji, good. He's taking an angle. Now he is out. Now you get to support probably this soldier a little bit more, but he's self-sufficient, so it's not too big of a
I
problem.
I probably didn't have to Suzu the burn, but the habits that I'm seeing is this Genji just likes to go in and he doesn't really care what condition he's in, so that's why I Suzu'd the burn because I thought he was just gonna go in, to be honest.
Yeah, like right there.
Yeah, like I didn't need to use that at all. Like I could have just healed him up. Like I know he was burning, and I'm like, he's just gonna go in. He's gonna be burning, and he's gonna die because I didn't Suzu him. That's why I did
What are
that.
you gonna need your Suzu for? Let's say you keep it. What are you gonna need your Suzu for here?
Just if I can use it as an immortality, like a small mortality, if someone takes a ton of burst damage, I can kind of Suzu and maybe turn the fight. But I guess cooldowns wise, not much else on their team, I suppose. Like maybe if I see someone fighting Hanzo and he's storm arrows, then I could like throw a Suzu and they
Sure.
might
Let's
not take
go.
damage.
Let's go back to your win condition, yeah, because
Yeah.
mainly you're using your cooldowns to enable your win
Yeah.
condition,
Oh,
right?
there's also Orisa ult. If we dive in Orisa ults, I can use it to
Yeah,
shut the
yeah.
ult
But
down.
are
Yeah.
you gonna dive in anytime soon at this point of time?
Um, it's possible because
It's
we're all
possible.
grouped. We're grouped here, but
So technically it's 3 versus what? What do you
like
expect to dive here? Okay, well you have
the
4.
high, like we could clear their high ground. Their tank's not
Oh,
up there.
maybe.
That yeah, like that's kind of what I would think. Like we would do is like jump up there, maybe
Mhm.
just apply pressure on the high ground because
Right.
we've got resources. I mean, I just use Suzu, but if I didn't use Suzu, we've got pretty much everything
Yeah.
to just jump
Yeah.
on their high ground and push them down.
Right. So this is what I think. Okay. You if the dive is happening, definitely you need your resources to help the divers, right? So you in
Hmm.
this case you probably wouldn't you don't need to use the Suzu, but there's just always the question, are you gonna dive or not? Because if you're not, maybe using Suzu is not as bad. It just depends on
Yeah.
the plan. Yeah, you're gonna get your Suzu back. Maybe by the time you just kind of stay here,
Yeah.
use the space. Technically, you can use this entire time to push this here,
Hmm.
this card. So it's fine if you use your Suzu there. You get it back later. If you want to
Yeah.
dive, sure, you can also do that. This can be like the part of the plan, especially because they have their Risa coming back. Now, the question to me, how can you push your team to dive this high ground? Is there anything you could be looking for?
Um, if I manage to land a good shot and someone gets low and they see the low target and they see that it's an easy kill, then they could.
What else resource do you have to help your
Ult. I have my ult.
ultimate? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So this is what you'll see in ladder a lot, I think, and maybe in scrims even as well. Using your ultimate proactively is like fine thing. Definitely there's ever a struggle. Like, do you need to use the ultimate? Just understand, are you enabling your win condition? If you do, you can use that control of those high guns there and potentially win the fight. This is
Okay.
fine. Usually being more proactive, no, this is fine. In scrims, probably I would lean towards just being more patient. Maybe just in general, like if you
Hmm.
know the players, like everybody's gonna love it, waiting it a little bit because you're pushing the card for free and then diving is better. But it's fine to be also more proactive. I don't think there's like one answer because you can clear this and then have this entire map control, push the card even further. Why not? You can do that. It's just the question is how can you enable your team to do that? Whenever you see Wink addition can be happening, it's not like you have to wait for this to happen. You can push your team a little bit more. It's alright. Just potentially, yeah. That's why even you know the dive can be happening, well, don't use your Suzu right away. ult. Yeah, maybe it's like Suzu ult. You get your Suzu ult charge recharged, and then you Suzu one more time once the dive is happening. Something like that. Yeah, potentially. I don't think it's like the smartest to dive here, but it's possible. It could be the play. Just maybe requires some more communication probability. But yeah, but they already, you see
Yeah.
them, they going for this. Yeah, I think it's just important to recognize. You fight those threats up on the Eigen, they've been there. Okay, if the opportunities to dive, you within the dive range, kind of push your team to do that a little bit more, why not?
Yeah. And I wanted to TP the monkey there, he was just too far. I think we could have won that.
It kind of shows you, like, not bad thing. I think definitely it's a much better thing to be more proactive and competitive and ladder. With your ultimates, especially, why not? Okay, at this point you reset, use Nyara, just got the Orisa. Now, you guys get in... So now you're in, okay. What went wrong there? Are you enabling the dive at this point?
I wanted to come up and use my ultimate, which I think I did, and then I got headshot immediately, and it didn't actually come out.
What do you need to do before this? So you're enabling the dive? Okay, so, well, scouting, obviously, okay. It's just understanding where the threats are, okay. So based on the information, maybe you expect them, Hanzo to be here, maybe Ash is down there, okay. So based on that, if you want to enable your Wing Edition and kind of don't be headshotted by all these guys, what do you need to do first before ulting? Where should you be? See, you open this
I don't know. I don't have an answer. I didn't know Hanzo climbed high ground. I saw the angle of the dragons, and I thought he was low ground.
Yeah. Okay, but let's say even though they low ground, can they hit you when you're up there when you're using your ultimate?
Yeah, not if I have cover though. Which if he was where I thought he was, he wouldn't be able to see me.
Okay. Well, let's say let's say he's up on the high ground. What do you need to do first, ideally then? If you know,
not stand in front of him, like maybe pressure him a little bit, like look at him, maybe like.
Yeah, I think it's this. It's either you fight this angle again. How you do it is just by changing your angle slightly. Okay, you can. Maybe...
I could just drop him. I could just drop him bubble too. I don't have to be standing there.
Yeah. This is what I think. This is usually the play. If you're enabling the dive, you usually play around your bubble. Because when you don't, this is happening. If you're looking to enable right. Yeah. But you can also kind of sometimes, if you know the important positions to fight for, and if it's possible for you to challenge those one-shot characters by like throwing off the aim by changing the angle slightly. Again, Hanzo knows I'm here behind the wall. Okay, I changed my angle, go up, and then peek him. Yeah, simply this way. You can also do that. I think you just don't have time to do that, so you have to maybe drop in the bubble first.
Yeah, I felt like I got so diffed by their DPS every time I went in. It was very frustrating.
Yeah, but this is good to see, like, what we can fix there. It's just mostly about the scouting then, for us, I think. It's alright. Okay, here we wait. Again, the same thing. Understanding where those threats might be. Visuals check, and maybe checking the... Oh, what else? Just, yeah, answering the questions of where they might be, what high guns they might take. Okay, you're enabling the dive, good. You're kind of just TPing in is not a bad thing. Where is the dive? Just make sure you have enough cover. You either play in the bubble or you play close to the corner. Here you should be winning. I think I know your bot player, I'm not sure, but I think maybe I coached him, just familiar name. It's fine.
Oh, in this game or?
Yeah. It's in on the enemy team. Yeah.
Wish, yeah.
Yeah. See this? When you pick the Ash, how should you do this? She knows that you're there.
Yeah, and I'm burning. I don't really think I should be peeking this.
I think you can. It's just a point of like you need to have an extra advantage versus the Ash. It's always you can, but it's the point. It's when and how you do that, I guess. So what went wrong there about this peak? Why it's not
I
gonna work?
I just didn't hit my shots.
Okay, shots with burning as well. Okay, what about your position? Can you change your position slightly? Take a different angle versus dash, so it's gonna be easier for you to hit the shots.
I might be able to jump downstairs, but I feel like she's just gonna hear my footsteps. I could wall climb and maybe go from the other side of the doorway, but I
Mm-hmm.
just
Exactly,
don't know
it's
how much of a difference
combination.
it's gonna make.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
combination. You can't drop. She hears the footsteps. She points the crosshair here. Then you can wall climb. It's just kind of anticipating all this. It's like hide and seek. You high burst character Kiri.
Hmm.
You play versus high burst characters. It's just you play versus long range characters here. It's the same thing. But hide and
Yeah.
seek is all about if they know where you are, then you change your approach slightly. You change your angle
Yeah.
slightly. Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if I'm not peeking or if I'm just making it seem like I'm going to and take different angles and stuff, it's enough to distract her probably.
Mm-hmm. It might be also other way around. If you know where they are, but they don't know. Yeah, they don't know that you know. So you can be more strict with your approach. Yeah, let's say it's especially happening in the low ranks. Say people just sculpt in, they can see you. You're just going strictly in their face. You don't have to do all the smart moves, the wall climb and everything. Yeah, you notice this. If they don't know, where you are, just do this. Then it's
Yeah,
right.
I
But
think so. Actually, right there in particular too. I actually remember this now. I was trying to peek so that I could ping the Ash.
Mhm.
I wasn't like I was trying to I was trying to get like a shot on her. But I didn't think I won that duel. Like I was trying to respect it. I just want to get the ping, and I just think the ping messed up, and I had to like
Ah,
retry to ping,
yeah.
which is why they immediately turned around and jumped on her as soon as I died because I did get the ping off
Right.
eventually. But I think that's why that was such a
Yeah.
awkward fumble.
Yeah. Okay.
And it worked out. We got it, so I wasn't too upset about that.
Yeah.
But I should have just. That's what I mean. But it's like I feel like there's a lot of situations like where it's like I should have just hit my shots. Like right there, like I should have killed him already. Like I don't know why I'm standing here this long. He should have died. But I'm just missing.
No. I don't think it's just you just missing. I think it's pretty challenging to hit the shots at this point. Actually, like why?
I disagree. They shouldn't be. I should be good enough. I should be good enough to hit those shots. That's just how I feel about it.
Let's put it this way. Because now we kind of use this hide and seek. Yeah, same approach, hide and seek. Okay, now this guy knows where you are. You also know where you are. It's all about whenever you take in the duel with the enemy, and you can even see in Overwatch League, people they don't take fair duels. Let's put it this way. Yeah, so of course we can say, yeah, I can be better. It's just like, yeah, fair duel. Yeah, we both out in the open. Sort of, he has a disadvantage even. But the question is, how can you get even bigger advantage at this point of time? So it makes it easy for you to hit the shot.
Shoot someone who's unaware or in a position where they can't really take cover.
Let's say you still shoot him, yeah, because he's kind of out in the open. How would you approach this differently? So it makes it easy for you.
Instead of just strafing out in the open, maybe strafe around cover.
This
take high ground.
Sure. But see, like you using with taking the high ground cover, it's about hide and seek. It's a little, but you can make your job so much easier, and because you using cover now, there are two places where you might peek, and the Hans's working memory will be busy with that. Either peek here or up there. Of course, you can hit the shot here, but it's just it's kind of really not inconsistent. I don't like this word. It's just you always can search for duels which are in your favor, and you kind of set up those duels. That's why you see a lot of times there's things to enable this plays. It's such as your Winston distracting going in with the bubble. Maybe it's something like you taking a better position as well, like technically. Yeah, let's say you both do this. By the way, the Hans's range versus your range, it's in his favor. So you want to set up favorable duel. You can use this hide and seek approach. Yeah, maybe go here A position. Now you have two choices what to do. Hans's memory is busy with that. Where to peek. Okay, this is one advantage, kind of distraction. Yeah, he's gonna move the crosshair a lot. This is one. Second, you move to closer range as well, slightly. You see, this is like more consistent, better approach, you lean towards even bigger advantage. Sure, you can hit at this point of time, but for Anzo, it's actually even it's in his favor. Like those mid-range duels in his favor. You want to lean towards what's in your favor a little bit more. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
The so just sorry, like another thing too that kind of is in my head right now about this situation in general. Like we have a Zen healing and me healing, so I'm primary source of healing. Should I even be dueling this right now, or should I should probably be like with the tank right now? I feel like.
I think you can kind of at the start, so it's gonna be like you because you
I
see
come
an
down there,
easier
I think,
kill.
to try to save soldier, and then yeah.
You know, I think it's a fair point because you see him pretty killable. Whenever somebody is killable, you can try to take this duel. You just want to kind of push, doing all the things. So we mentioned you changing angle slightly. Okay, getting into closer range, get in a position so they don't know what you're gonna do. Yeah, now the working memory is busy. With all of that, you take this duel, just increase the quality of how you take it. You probably get a kill,
Okay.
so it's reasonable. But then later, you go in back here. Because you want to contest important positions, that's something you prioritize first. But here,
Okay.
just because of his HP, I think you can do that. It's just later,
Okay.
let's go back to this. If his HP is full, I don't think you take this duel at all, because it's in his favor now, for sure.
Yeah.
It's just because
Okay.
of the HP, yeah, I think you kind of can land two taps, I think. It should be enough.
Yeah. Okay.
You can even think like mechanically, by the way, he knows where you are. Again, AD strafing, all of that. It's harder, projectiles. That's why a lot of times in my coaching, I say take 90 angles or something. So it's harder for them to adjust to what you do. Yeah, let's say these people, they strafing against this monkey, for example. Okay, because you take 90 angle, they strafe against you like in a straight line, makes it easy for you to hit the shot. But here it's gonna be kind of similar idea. It's just it's not gonna be strictly like 90 angle. You just wall climb here, but even this, because now they don't know where to aim at. It makes it easier for you, like slightly, yeah. Just fine, yeah. But it's also not bad thing, even when you do all of this, what I mentioned, yeah, getting the favorable range, maybe getting a better position. Even there, if you're not hitting your shots, it's always good as soon as you doing something reasonable, maybe you're close to getting a kill, maybe you're forcing out the enemy of their good position, as an example. Yeah, because you see them doing something at the angle, you just shoot them, and then they leaving this angle. This is reasonable, man. Enabling the dive, fine, you get your CP back. Even with the window, it seems like you're gonna get away with this because there's a blade on Primal. So this is good. Maybe, do you have any questions so far, or everything's clear?
I'm pretty clear, I think.
Alright. Okay, so do we continue with this? Maybe
There's one.
we watch the
There's one
defense.
part. Well, so there's one part on defense that I want to watch, and it was honestly because we should have won, and we fucked up, and then we just got rolled after that point. It was on defense. It would have been second point defense, like right before they captured it.
Watch that.
Is the it was basically it was the last fight before they would have lost on defense, and we fumbled it somehow, and I don't know if it was my fault or if we all just kind of messed up or what. I feel like we just got really overconfident and overextended, and they backcapped it.
So it's again, sorry, second point, or should we start with the first point?
Yeah, just go. I think just go straight to second point if we want to do anything else, like if we want to play a game. But
it's fine if you don't wanna. We can continue with this. I think you wanna continue with
I just want to look at that one part. I think,
yeah.
and then just really quick.
Yeah. Okay.
So like a little bit further up, probably. Like it would have been pretty much like this last fight here, probably. I think.
Okay, so what is happening? You want to deny this?
So I think we So I think.
Right, the fighting the angles there. Okay, you see the Zen skillable. Go off the Zen. Again, fighting here.
Yeah, like I don't
Sure,
know
get
why I'm
close.
getting so distracted back here, but
Okay, you
okay. So
guys won
so we
this.
end up clearing, and then it's this. I think we're getting. Okay, no, we still got like a minute. I think we're getting close to this like last fight. It's just kind of like where we fumble it, and then I don't really know why we did.
Okay, so we're supporting this angle here, staying up on the soldier. Okay. What was the idea about this fight here? Yeah, what are you looking to do? Maybe let's start with your position.
I'm
What?
just trying to control the kill zone.
So you're just kind of controlling this area here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So as long as like I can keep they're keeping that angle, I can keep them up. Our Zen kind of went to Narnia over there, I think. I don't know why he was over there. He just died.
Wait,
So we don't have Zen. To the
where
right.
was your Zenyatta?
To the
You
right.
just went all
Yeah.
the way there. Okay,
Yeah, he
okay.
was looking for like an easy pick on the off angle, I think, but he probably should not have been all the way up there. So I
See,
know that they're coming from that angle as well. So yeah,
it's
I
kind
should just
of
should.
obviously it's like on his part. Also, like these guys are being active on his part. I don't think it's like the boss. Um, Potentially though, kind of scouting. Can you support this angle and stay alive? Because if you do,
Hmm.
it's not like you making him favor. Oh, he's like making a bad play and he's surviving. It's
Yeah,
just more about you trade valuable resources potentially, and maybe you can win the fight because of it. Yeah, let's say there's a
yeah.
storm arrow. Maybe they also saw some other stuff like I don't know, maybe even an aid. This
Hmm.
angle wins. It's fine thing. It's just.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, and I think, like I said, I know what he was going for. He was just trying to. He knows that one of their DPS is gonna come in this offing on their DPS been popping off all game,
Mhm.
so he just wants to take the duel. I think,
Yeah.
but I don't know if that was the smartest.
Yeah, it's just why it's important for you as a Kiri is just because you are the one who can be supporting those active flanky angles more, like any angles which are especially like where people are isolated. You can keep an eye on that more. So if the Zenyatta, maybe if Genji does this, it can be a Diva. Mostly you want to support the divers. Mostly you
Hmm.
supporting the divers,
Yeah,
but this is not a bad thing as well.
yeah.
If you
Okay.
can somehow get there. So it's just about the priorities. Yeah, let's say here, I'm looking at the situation. Both angles are active. Okay, I want to lean towards supporting most active angle. Just keeping an eye on. Yeah, do we need Suzu here? Like first of all, yeah, is this angle
Hmm.
are they really active at this point of time? Yeah, for example, yeah, do we
Uh,
need?
no, not. I think I just used it because I saw anti heal on him, and I didn't want the diva to dive on him and just kill him.
Mm, can
It
you
went away right before it hit him, but I didn't know what was gonna happen. I just saw it and I went to. Yeah.
can you use it? Let's say Diva dives in and use the Suzu
Mhm.
later. Wouldn't it be better play here slightly?
Um, I I don't think so because if Diva comes in with DM, it eats the Suzu. I use it
Uh huh.
proactively here because I don't see what's going on the other side of that
Uh
doorway.
huh.
I just see that they're backing up and Genji is antied. So I throw Suzu and I'm prepared to TP over if I have
Uh
to,
huh. Uh
but
huh.
with the position that I saw that they were in, I'm
Yeah.
expecting that they're getting pushed on at that point. So
Right.
this would be like an early Suzu because I'm expecting that they're going to be getting pushed right there.
Mm, okay. Just because okay, because there are few rivals. So first of all, yeah, want to keep an eye on whenever you use your abilities, okay, because it's like good to extend the time a little bit more. Whenever you like bait the enemy to do a play, it's usually the best. It's kind of similar to uh live fever grip, or it might be similar to Zarya bubbles. I'd say we go in a fight instead of using your abilities a little bit too a little bit too early. We want to extend the time. And because we do, then we bait an enemy team to do a stupid play. It's just the thing is, if we anticipate, and again, it's really relies on most of it relies on your scouting, because you anticipate certain things, like you mentioned, you don't know what's happening behind this wall. Well, reasonable, yeah, that's why I used your Suzu.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you expect this diva to dive in right away, but this can really happen because of a lot of things. Well, first of all, the diva, it's just like the boosters. If she commits here, she will not receive any support from the angle, so most likely she will not. Yeah, it's just this only play. Yeah, like based on the information, if we get okay, what the angle is happen, what they're doing here, what they're doing there, and then based on this, maybe you can make a decision. If these angles are active, okay, maybe if the diva dives in, we can Suzu this. Of course, the DM might make it tricky. So it's kind of a dealy. The play is,
Hmm.
if you hear the booster, they commit. It's just usually the best. Again, wait for some sort of commitment. Usually, if it's some sort of cooldown, we hear it. We Suzu, not in direction of the Divamatics well, but it's just like Splash Suzu, for example. Yeah, so it's not gonna get eaten ideally. But you would want to wait for some sort of commitment. I don't think it's the most important at this point. What's more important is here is that you scout information, what angles are more active, and based on that you can make a decision to maybe not Suzu right away, because you would see this and you see
Yeah.
this, okay, maybe you can support this to your advantage. Like it would be just pointing some attention here, maybe you Suzu the Zenyatta, this gets even more resources forest, and then you win angle control because of it.
Hmm.
So it's just,
Yeah.
but yeah, let's say Zenyatta not goes there, then at least you want to wait for some sort of commitment, a little bit more maybe here.
Yeah.
It's fine, you support the Diva, she's the most active, okay. Then there's a Genji. Diva on the angle with Discord. Right. Some attention on Soldier, okay.
And I think this is where I think I heard Dragon. I thought Hanzo was going to be a lot closer, so I went to challenge him. But I didn't realize he was in spawn until it was too late.
What was your plan with Ultimate here so far?
That's a great question. I probably should have used it already, to be honest, but I don't know. I didn't have a plan with it. This is what I mean. Like we were in like the last fight, and I was like, oh, we're gonna win. We're just winning. Like, and I think I just got overconfident. I don't think I was paying attention to what was going on. I heard the Hanzo. I didn't want him to come up and contest, and I went to challenge him because I thought we'd already won this. I didn't. I don't know.
This is the last fight though.
Yeah.
Usually when you're 30 seconds in, there's kind of no
I
point, right? To hold on.
yeah. Yeah, I should have just used it like on cart regardless of if we were winning or not. Like I just wasn't even thinking about it, to be honest.
Let's specify. So see, like this is why, yeah, because anticipation, yeah, let's look at our previous things which we discussed. It's just your composition, how it wins. It's just based on the range and angles. What ultimate range you guys winning at versus the enemy comp? Is it close range or long range you guys want to play?
For ultimates?
No. Just overall, how your composition wins versus the enemy.
Close.
Yeah, close range. Okay. Now the second thing, how do you take angles? You want to take multiple angles?
Yeah, I mean, I want to take an angle where I'm a threat, but they're not really sure where it's coming from.
Yeah. It's just we're going for your win condition of your composition. Yeah, most likely. What do we expect? Zenyatta on. Yeah. Sir, you want to say something?
I think if like where I was holding this whole time, I think was a pretty good spot. Like if we just kept holding there, I think we just won because they didn't really do anything different. If we didn't do anything different, we probably would have just won. And we have Blade, we have Rush. There's no reason for us not to just Blade Rush into their team right now.
So you're saying now, if you ult now, it's a good play.
I think if we back up a bit and I am up there with Genji, and then we Blade Rush, then we win. I mean, maybe they just use an ult, but I mean, then they're burning resources, and I think we still just win.
If you hear versus their composition, who has an advantage? Long range elements or short range elements?
Long range.
Okay. What's your win condition again?
Um, close range.
Close range. You see this? Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's harder. It's harder for you to
Yeah.
apply this win condition. Uh-huh. Okay,
I
so
I that's why I mean, like, if our Diva and Genji are right there contesting them pushing out there,
uh-huh.
then they're playing close range and I'm supporting their close range, even if I'm
Right.
next to the soldier.
Right.
But
Right.
I can also just swift step up
Mhm.
and then be close range immediately.
Right, right. So see, you just want to find this point of time when you take multiple angles. So it's most likely Genji takes one angle, Soldier another, Zenyatta is another, and you can be with
Okay.
any angle. Ideally, you're prioritizing
Right.
short range angles because you, well, kind of short to mid. Let's put it this way. But again, we can simplify. You support a main direction of your comm. Mainly, it's diverse because you're winning by getting close. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
just look at this. Let's look at this clip and you tell me what is this time when you have close range and also have angles on the enemy when you could be using ultimate. Let's see this. Okay, so it's just kind of, this is a starter, yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
most of these guys are here. Zenyatta died, okay, sure. You're playing back on the high ground. Okay, Genji's there. Diva dives in, Genji's there, you have the Diva, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So is there any point of time you could be using an ultimate, you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much right there with the Diva. We could probably
Mm-hmm.
use it in that room.
Yeah, I think so too. So you see this now, yeah? It's just this
Yeah.
is how you identify it. It's based on this previous information we got. Yeah, you're not necessarily. I don't think it's the best play if you hold around those angles, long range angles. You use the ultimate there because now they long range elements have an advantage versus you.
Mm-hmm.
Examples: storm arrow, sleep darts, discords, all of that. But because you shut down this in the short range spaces, it's easier for you to apply your own win condition, close the gap without getting poked. Once this is
Mm-hmm.
happening, short range angles,
Can
Genji's
we?
here, I'm here, let's enable. Simple. Yeah.
Yeah. Can we watch it play out? Out. I don't really know what happened when I was off in Narnia trying to fight a Hanzo
Oh
and
yeah,
Spawn.
sure. Yeah. I think it wouldn't happen if
I
you
just
used
want to.
the
I just
ultimate
want to.
here. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to know what they did to win because I don't know what I was missing.
Yeah.
Because like I said, it looked like we'd won, and I just went to challenge and
Yeah.
make sure he didn't touch.
They
But
won because you guys played really long fight. Eventually, you got your resources burned, your mech is out, so you see like what you got forced out of this angles, like short range angles. Now you play long angles, you play long fight, and you win versus the long range comp because of it. And you also challenge the Hanzo from long range as well. I think it's just
yeah. So what's happening there while I'm not looking?
yeah.
Like what? No, but
What's happening there?
I want to
Yeah.
see. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I want to see it.
Yeah, I think the resources got burned. That's what's gonna happen most
I
likely. So
think
the
it's.
you used before. So when you went all the way right. Okay, so eventually you've been supporting this. They use this. Okay, that
Mm-hmm.
forces out what your Ana to die, Diva to play out in a
Oh,
position. Then your angle here is forced out as well. Diva is discorded. They use Transcendence. Diva is
I
slapped.
didn't even. Okay.
But this is
I
not
see. So
important.
they.
All of this is a consequence of the like.
Yeah, no, I understand, but I just
Mhm.
like I said, it felt like we were winning, and then
Yeah.
I turned around and we'd lost, and I didn't know what happened, but now I can see like it, like they had a lot of ultimates and like
Mm.
resources we didn't really
Yeah.
think about, like
Yeah.
Bob. Then they used
Yeah.
trans, and now they just get
Yeah.
it because they map flipped us.
Yeah. I think it's totally fine. Like thinking about again more proactively. One Marvin condition can apply. Okay, let's do it right away. Whenever there's an opportunity, might seem silly and stupid at the start, as I mentioned before. Like when I screams what reviews, might seem like you're not doing the best play there, but it's always make sure the plan is there, you implementing it, you're understanding the
Hmm.
fundamentals behind it, and then later you can increase the quality of what you do.
Yeah.
It's
If
just
I
mhm.
yeah, like if I was with the team here, even after
Yeah,
should have used all that earlier, even this I think is salvageable because they've used
maybe, yeah.
everything. We still have Blade Rush. If I'm here with Genji and we
Mm-hmm.
Blade Rush, I think we can just still win
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah, definitely. This is just enabling your dive win condition even to this point. If you enable the
Mhm.
Genjis, it's a dive win condition. This is how you win by closing the gap versus them. Sure, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm under. Okay. I know what. No, that's like that's the only thing I wanted to look at was that part because I was just
Sure.
I knew I went off on like I went off somewhere and I had no idea what was going on, so I knew I did that wrong. I just didn't know how everyone else lost because like I said, it looked like we were
Yeah.
winning.
It's just to me, it's always you as soon as I see the long fight versus long range composition on those open angles, probably gonna lose. It's just the question
Okay.
of time to me. They have Discord as well, so yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
tough.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. Okay. We still have time. It just depends what you want to do. Well, we could be doing quick play and try to do one of the stuff we mentioned, or we can also look at something else as well.
I think um I think probably given the time we have, if I just do a quick play and like instead of adding to what we already have, I think I've got enough to kind of think about. So
Sure.
I think if we do
Yeah.
like a quick play and
Let's
sort
do
of
it.
work on it, implementing those better
Yeah,
habits.
let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, so now when you're gonna go in the game, you might. Yeah, let's do this. You tell me what gonna be win condition, how you win based on range and angles versus the enemy comp. Let's start with that, and make sure you apply this. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can screen share.
Yeah, I'm getting in
Mm-hmm.
still. But yeah.
This is always tough thing. Yeah, you just that's why especially like having those short things you're looking after range angles. Understand it. Okay, as soon as this happening, I can enable maybe disable the enemy. Mention also checking enemy threats, stuff like that. Yeah, it's all big helper. Mm-hmm. Okay, so scouting.
I can walled attack. Okay, so we're split.
Most likely, yeah. What angles you gonna be supporting
Oh,
here? Most likely.
um, I'm probably having to play with Tracer.
Tracer. Most likely Tracer. So let's do it. You remember kind of try to get close. So definitely, what's your second support?
Ana.
Yeah, okay. You have a lot of healing
Ana.
output, so
Yeah. So
definitely lean towards supporting angles. Yeah,
got
with
like a
Tracer.
poke dive split. This is kind of weird, but I think this is gonna work.
Yeah. You again. You gonna be always simplifying it, understanding is it short, long range versus comp versus the enemy comp, and is
Yeah.
that are we taking split or
As
stacked
long
approach?
as as long as I think if me and Tracer can just take advantage of any like if they get good value out of a poke and then we can dive it, I think
Mm-hmm.
is the win condition.
Yeah.
So that's what we have to pay attention to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's do it. Enable the tracer a little bit more. Maybe sometimes fire, sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have Maga.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Genji's on our back line.
Take advantage of what the tracer is gonna do on the map as well, so you can TP to her. You have the downtime as well, so remember you can always scout. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just in case. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Enabling this.
Yeah, that's their tank. Like we win that now.
Mm-hmm. Nice. So versus the enemy, yeah, you pretty much I think take the angles and you get versus them actually trying to get a little bit closer with closer on their backline, probably like Anna, maybe their Hanzo.
We got ball now. Okay.
Well,
I should probably be thinking about.
Mhm.
Let's see here. They're They get a lot off of ball engage, so I could probably be saving my resources for if ball has like a good engage and he's coming
Sure,
in.
sure, but always proactive first. What's your win condition? How do you enable this? This first, and second is disabling an enemy. It's always second. You want to be more proactive and see, okay, how do we win based on our engage? You win through supporting angles. This is first. Second, you probably Suzu Slam engage or something. Yeah. So what angles you should be supporting here as well? Keep an eye on those.
Probably still Tracer.
Yeah, Tracer died right there. So then, be careful. Farah as well. Yeah. So this is your first attention always. Farah, Tracer, Farah, Tracer. You see it, yeah? Nice.
Where'd the fair go? Oh my goodness. Just too much movement.
Temporal. Well, if it's a, I know. That's okay. Do you know where Tracer is? Yeah, she's up there with you. Nice. Support this first. You can get away. If they have a lot of resources on the angle, just reset, go somewhere else.
I don't
It's
think
fine.
we need this.
You
Yeah, I'm
don't
just
have to
gonna use
fight
it.
him. Yeah. Just win your own fight there. Nice.
Okay, that was really weird that the ball was so stuck on the Ana when we were getting point, but
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Consistently check, look around. Yeah, see the angles, what they do. Can you use it to your advantage.
They have Gunker now?
If Tracer goes on their backline, you can also kind of TP to that, so you take more
Yeah,
flanking.
that's what I'm kind of waiting for, because she can get there faster than I can.
Yeah, I think now.
There we
Yeah.
go.
You can. It's fine. You can live. You get your Suzu
Yeah,
back.
this is fine.
Yeah. That's really good. That's how you win. You surround the enemy, I think.
Yeah.
And
I just gotta be careful if they come out of spawn, they can kind of, yeah, like this.
True. This is Symmetra. This is scary.
Yeah, that was not fun. I should have just switched up that probably.
It's okay.
I wanted to take the challenge.
Yeah, it's alright. You've been snowballing them really hard.
That was
just let them win.
that was an ego play for sure. Let's not walk into the poke. Soldier? Did we get rid of the... Oh, we did. Okay, we have Soldier now. Our range is suddenly a lot longer.
Well, this point is really more in favor of short range engages, but you still run this SIG and everything.
I can still probably take advantage of poke and do kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
I just won't have a Tracer to follow up.
Basic dead. Yeah, you can just maybe stay with them. See the Soldier Farah, yeah. It's just they're more... At this point, they're gonna be more flanky, taking harder angles. This is the only thing you support, and Joanna is literally supporting front line because there's no mobility at all. She still can take slide off angle. It's just she can be with you on the flanks as much. Literally versus their comp, like this is so weird, but yeah, you need to somehow get on the angle. If your Farah gets an angle, this is your chance. So your Soldier, you have to TP to them. Okay. Fine. This is a good tree for us. win this easily.
So that doesn't break trap. I invented that strategy.
Take an angle after once you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just really important surrounding them beforehand. It's just they more have stacked approach. Yeah, all this AoE heal, even Symmetra is one dimensional as well. Junkrat, keep advantage. Keep playing
Well, let's
like
go
around this.
for that.
Yeah, around the back. Yeah. Whenever you face against short range, more short range oriented kind of stacked playstyle comps, just surround them. All right. Yeah, fine. Good example. Just the importance of scouting. You see and we saw this a couple of times, right? There've been time just where your angles. Yeah, what are we supporting? Yeah, keeping an eye on that. Maybe investing a little bit more time, 1-2 seconds. Okay, checking where my tracer is at, where my fire is at. It's much better while you compared to just like constantly doing damage, so this sort of stuff. Yeah, you just be more mindful, and it's fine. You can take your time. You can really start being slow at scouting. As I mentioned with any previous concept, it's okay to be slow first, but then later you're gonna build up the speed anyway. It's alright.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's summarize.
Yeah.
What we got out of today so far.
So scouting is super important. I need to scout to know what angles I'm supporting. And I need to know how to like what I need to be able to scout to identify the threats, so I know like how to do that basically safely.
So maybe let's specify scouting. Okay. First of all, what are you scouting for exactly?
Well, threats. Like what's like to identify the threats on their team.
You can scout enemy threats. Okay, how you do that?
Just like identifying the win conditions, and like
general?
what can
specific.
I don't really know what answer you're fishing for. I'm sorry.
What win condition is based on? How do you understand their win condition?
What do they have to do to win? Like I don't know how else to say that.
It's just important.
I know what it means. I just don't know how you want me to say that.
Because it's okay. You know, it's just because why I'm asking that is just when you're in a game, you're phrasing it for yourself in a more correct way as well, like in a more simple way. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe
I guess I just kind of have the idea of what that is in my head. I just don't really have a different word for it. So like identifying their cooldowns, identifying like what ultimates they're gonna be fishing for. Like it's just win conditions a much shorter word to say all of those things.
Yeah. You can, because I think for us, it's just to start with, you have to. So because win condition, because it's a word which, as you mentioned, it consists of those multiple variables. There's so many things. It's hard. You can't keep this in your head. It's like, remember, you've been like, I'm a captain. I have to track this. You remember, it was really hard. It's because of this. Like, okay, it's not only because of this. It's like the part of it. That's why it's like hard sometimes. You say this. I might say, okay, it's win conditioned, but it might be this.
So what do you? So then what's your idea for me then?
So for us specifically, now, let's just do scouting positions of the threats. Yeah, this is simple. You press tab, check position of the threats. This is one. Second, it's just as you mentioned, cooldowns and primary fire, but big burst. You check the big burst for now. Maybe let's do this first. It's just good starting point. Later you can build up more of this. Yeah, you can have the whole list of win condition, maybe put a lot of other things, but this is just a good starter. Yeah, makes your life easier, because there've been times where we've been saying, oh, maybe I don't know where the Hanzo is, or maybe I don't know where this guy is. It's okay. It's just based on the scout information and helps you out a little. It slows down everything you do. You can even start just tracking specifically one specific role, for example. You can do that. Maybe you can just do, like I said, press tab, check 2 big cooldowns, so maybe 3 cooldowns. Yeah, track this. Yeah, it's always one thing at
Okay.
a time. Maybe you can just track their position. Okay, I'm tracking, like, let's say their Hanzo consistently before every fight, or generally in downtime. You're asking this question of where the Hanzo is. Yeah, again, the next fight, where the Hanzo is, and if something is wrong, if you noticed that you've been not expecting him in certain position, then you watch your replay and ask why. Yeah, maybe okay, why he was there? Yeah, maybe I could be expecting him. This is how you can
Yeah.
do it.
Okay.
So
Have
position.
you seen this before, by the way?
Yeah, it's
The
alright.
first time I've ever seen that. I'm like,
Don't
what?
worry, don't worry about it. It's not big of a
It's
deal.
weird.
Yeah. So okay, we do position, cooldowns, visuals is another thing as well. So it's just like shots, visuals of shots and everything. Yeah. Now your composition. It's another thing you can kind of scout for, anticipate just your win condition. See, like this is another part about win condition. Now, how your confidence, what it's based on, what we just mentioned.
Sorry, a second.
Your
How's what?
composition, yeah. We mentioned
Okay.
a few things about how you win with your composition versus the enemy composition. What it's based on. What are the things you can be scouting for?
I don't know. I don't really. I just don't know what the answer to that question is.
What
angles? I guess I don't.
Yeah.
I don't really.
Angles is the one.
I'm really dumb. You have to like hold my hand through this. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. That's why I'm asking this. So like we understand it. Yeah. So it's easy. You know, when I'm asking this question, it's like we're writing this stuff down on piece of paper. I do it like not on piece of paper, but on this written summary, and it's like gets into your head really. Well,
Yeah.
if somebody once you're gonna wake up and it will ask you the question. Yeah, that's okay.
It's like when you ask like a question like that, my brain immediately goes into like, oh, this is a pop quiz mode, and like I'm just searching for the right term, but I don't really understand what the concept you're trying to get me to learn is. So that's why it's always just anytime you ask a question, I'm sorry, it feels like I'm dumb and I just don't know the answer. It's not that I'm not understanding or not getting the concept you're trying to teach me. It's just that I don't really think of it in probably the same terms, and so it just doesn't.
It's okay.
Like compute.
That's okay. It's okay. So here the compositional stuff, because you're scouting for again win conditions. You just gotta be looking at 2 variables. First one is the range. Are you playing short and long range?
Okay.
Angles is are you playing stacked or split? I think good questions.
Okay.
To start with, and generally for scouting specific, when to scout, it's gonna be in downtime, and downtime is if you have time before the fight, when you behind the wall, okay, when you out of cooldowns as well, even between shots, you can scout. All of this again, break this down really, like maybe focus more on scouting before the fight initially. Later, you can scout once you're behind the wall and such a little bit more. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Yeah, I think that was it pretty much. Yeah, so your composition versus enemy, scouting threats, and when to scout. Okay, I think later we kind of talked about ulti usage a little bit. We talked about just be more proactive with that, but we can look into that even more. I think just potentially. I'm marking this because just to see what's the progress in that gonna be. Taking angles, you're doing that much more, so this is good. Controlling angles as well was our previous lesson. Target priority is also better. Yeah, you're supporting better angles. I think you see the most active member on the field. I think this is going good.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe let's go over then this win conditions, but it's related to compositions. Just go over how this comp wins versus theirs. What can he do to enable all of this? Disable the enemy as well. Yeah, let's maybe talk about that. Maybe you can even get scream bots for this actually, so it's gonna be even better.
Yeah, I can do that too, because I think today, like, I wanted to focus more on a personal, like, what am I doing wrong thing? Because, like I said, I feel like I've just been really lost lately, and I
Yeah,
think this is
same.
giving me good direction. I think the biggest thing was just I'm forgetting about scouting.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that I'll be doing better in scrims now, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and probably for the scrims it'll be a little bit easier because I'll be playing the same, like with the same comps, and
Mm-hmm.
we can focus on more specific things related to like the team.
Yeah, sure. And we're still gonna be looking at your play in one-on-ones more. It's just
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
more, yeah, more.
More related to what I'm like needing to do
Yeah,
and like the specific comp that we're trying to like get good with, basically, I guess.
yeah.
I don't know, like a more focused, I
Mm-hmm.
guess.
Yeah, sure. Okay, then I think that's it for today. And yeah, do
Okay.
you have any final questions?
Not in regards to this. If we do this again next Sunday, what do you think is your most comfortable time frame? Because I should be free all day.
Same time can work. You can schedule for the same time. Is it good?
Yeah, that's fine. I just didn't know. Like I said, I don't care which time. It's just whatever's
Yeah,
comfortable
yeah, yeah.
most for you.
Yeah,
So
same time is good as today. Yeah.
okay.
Mm-hmm.